First and foremost, you are all artists before any fashion, style, or beauty concepts come into play. As artists, you constantly bring concepts to creation. So how does working in 6 a.m. differentiate from working on your other projects?
I think that 6 a.m. For all three of us it's the project that we get to explore things that we can't do in our day job, so to speak, with the other bands that we work with. Because there's really no boundaries creatively with this band, and that's kind of where we started. We always said we're not a band, so we don't have to abide by those type of rules. So that was the starting point. It's kind of remained that way through the years.
Absolutely. We've always said from the get-go on every project that we've done that we were sort of setting ourselves up for failure, in the sense that we were willing to just lay it all out there and go in a direction that may not be what's in or might be expected of us. And we did that with the Heroin Diaries, and we wrote a soundtrack to a book, followed through with that with This Is Gonna Hurt, and touched on a lot of messages lyrically and musically, connected to a lot of stuff that was drawn from the photography, but that each one of us had experienced. And being different, you're always pointed out. Sometimes you're made fun of, you're bullied, you're ridiculed, and sometimes you're held up on a like a god, and all of that's wrong. We're just artists, and we're creating as we go. So we talked a lot about that. This Is Gonna Hurt, and with this project, like James said, again, we don't have to really follow rules, and we just extended ourselves musically into a whole new place.
And how does working with the Sebastian design team differ from individual projects? Is the thought process different, easier, more difficult?
I think for me, Sebastian's always been a brand that's spoken to me personally. Like in the work that my creative outlet as far as hair goes, it basically allows me to just be myself. Sebastian's always been more on the edgy, more on the dark side, and tends to be, that's always spoken to me. So it just allows me to be me, and then being with Sebastian is also a launch pad. It kind of puts me out there in the world more so than just putting myself out there.
Yeah, I think also for me, like when I am working on a Sebastian collection, Sebastian gives us the collection first. It's our creative directors create these collections and hand them over to us, and then we go out there as educators. That's one of our jobs, is to go out there and to teach and to inspire. When I'm working on private jobs, if I'm doing let's say editorial work or avant-garde work, something like that, then that's a little bit more of my own creation, and that's when it gets more into collaboration with other artists and creating something, a whole new identity.